What's going on, everybody? Welcome into my bracket picks powered by BetUS. This is my first bracket, my initial thoughts on this year's NCAA March Madness tournament. Now, I will have a second video later in the week after I've had the opportunity to dive more into how these teams match up against each other, and that'll be my final bracket. Normally, I like coming out with kind of my initial thoughts, talking about the sleepers that I like, some of the teams that I think are overrated, maybe overseeded, and then ultimately, of course, doing research into the bracket, and then coming up with hopefully a better one at the end of the week before the first round tips off. So if you're new to my bracket picks, I've been doing this for about 6 years on YouTube, and I've had some success. Last year it wasn't so good. Hopefully we can bounce back this year. And also, if you want in on any spread lines or any action for any of these March Madness games, make sure to check out BetUS and use the promo code YouTube150. Right there, YouTube150. It will give you a great promotion on BetUS, a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit, followed by two 125% bonuses up to $2,000, so you can take advantage of that. And I think there's going to be a lot of close games in this year's NCAA tournament. I think you're going to have a lot of underdogs. I think this is a really strong bracket, seeds 12 through 15. I think you're going to have a lot of Cinderella stories, chaos, close games, right? So, if you see a 5-team favored by 8, 9 points, something like that, I would probably take the 12 seed because I think all those games are going to be close. I'll talk, of course, about each matchup, and you can go make your picks on BetUS. Shout out to them. All right, let's just jump into things, man. This is going on as my Blazers are playing, so it's almost halftime. I don't care about them. They're obviously rebuilding. So it's Selection Sunday. It's a national holiday for me. We got Auburn. We're just going to pick the 1 seeds. I'm not going to pick a 16 over a 1. Now, I will say this. The pool that I'm picking this bracket for is a pool that rewards upsets. If you're really trying to win your pool, you got to make sure you know how your pool does their scoring. If it rewards upsets, be more bold with some upset picks. If it just rewards getting the right pick, obviously you're going to go more chalk. You're going to go more on the favorites because that is going to make it more likely to win your pool. So this bracket is definitely going to be a bit bold and have some upset picks in it because I'm in a pool that rewards upset picks. And also, it's not fun to pick a chalky bracket for me. I always love trying to hit on the 15 over 2 or the 14 over 3. So I might have a couple of those. I don't know yet. Each year I definitely try and have some boldness in my brackets, but we're not going to go as bold as a 16 over a 1. And now let's just start up here, top left. Louisville at 8. I thought they should have been a 5. I think they're incredibly underseeded as an 8 seed. Of course, lost to Duke in the ACC championship, but they got a star who played like a star in that game, Terrence Edwards Jr. He's phenomenal for them. They're bouncing back after kind of being just forgotten powerhouse, so to say. 10 years ago, they were a dominant team, won an NCAA championship. They had fallen off, but they're back, and I think they are a dangerous 8 seed. We'll take a look at that second round later. We got Michigan versus UC San Diego. See, Michigan just won the Big Ten championship. Now, the last time I picked a 5 seed that won a Big Ten championship to go far, it was Iowa with Keegan Murray, and I think I picked them all the way to the Final Four, and they lost to a 12 seed in the first round. I'm not going to make that same mistake again. I think UC San Diego is a very dangerous 12 seed. I think they're going to be able to force some turnovers against Michigan, and UC San Diego might struggle with their size. It's basically just going to be, can UC San Diego get out and run, force some turnovers, and knock down their threes versus Michigan, of course, with the 2 bigs, Danny Wolf and Golden. But I'm going to take UC San Diego. I think this is going to be a toss-up, but I do think the size for Michigan could present some problems there. We got Texas A&M. We got Yale, man. I mean, Yale always is a team that's dangerous. Ivy League teams are always dangerous. Harvard, I think like 8 years ago, won as a 14 over a 3, and then Yale, of course, last year. You had Princeton as a 15 seed going on a run. This might change later in the week. I I'm never a fan of Texas A&M. I don't know why, but I'm going to take Yale. I'm just going to take the best Ivy League team. Like I said, good 12 seeds, good 13 seeds this year. The Ivy League always does well. That's what I'm going to roll with for now. Then we got Ole Miss versus San Diego State University or UNC. I'm going to take Ole Miss. I don't think North Carolina should have been in the tournament, and they can't beat good teams. So if they win that first 4 game, definitely taking Ole Miss. I think San Diego State, if they can get Magoon healthy, he's a NBA draft sleeper of mine. It would be fun to see him play if they can beat North Carolina, but he's been out. We got Iowa State, Lipscomb. Iowa State, if they're healthy, is a dangerous team, but they can't stay healthy and they have no depth. So we'll see how far I have them going. This is a tough little region here. We got Marquette. We got New Mexico. I'm just going to go with Marquette. The Mountain West kind of burned me last year. And then I'm going to take Michigan State. Now let's go top right. We got Mississippi State versus Baylor. We got VJ Edgecombe. I'm going to take Baylor. I'm not just going to take all SEC teams because the narrative right now is the SEC. It's so dominant. It's such a good league. But I feel like that can be a little bit of a trap. Some really good leagues in years past then struggle in March Madness. So I'm not going to just take SEC teams here. We got Oregon and Liberty. This is the 5 seed I'll take. And then we got Arizona and Akron. Arizona's playing better. I'm going to go with Arizona. BYU versus VCU. I'm going to take VCU. I think VCU might be the best 11 seed right now. And BYU, I mean, they're solid, but I like VCU. We got Wisconsin, Montana. I'm going to take Wisconsin. St. Mary's, Vanderbilt. St. Mary's and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's a fun story. They another SEC team, but they've always been a bottom feeder. St. Mary's, it's a pretty good team this year, but lost to Gonzaga. I'm going to come back to that one. We'll go Alabama. Gonzaga, Georgia. I'm a Gonzaga fan. I do think they're a dangerous 8 seed. I also think Georgia's a dangerous 9 seed. They've had some really good wins this year. They've been very up and down. I don't trust this Gonzaga team. I'm actually going to take Georgia as much as it pains me to do it. We got Clemson versus McNeese. I'm going to take Clemson here. Then we got High Point, Purdue. I love this 13/4 upset for High Point. We got Illinois, Texas versus Xavier. A first 4-team wins in the first round every year. I think Texas is a little underrated. If they can beat Xavier, I like them against Illinois. Illinois has not been playing good basketball. Got blown out in the Big Ten tournament. Kentucky over Troy. Then we got UCLA versus Utah State. I like UCLA. And then we got Tennessee. Now we go here bottom left. We're doing this round by round. We got UConn versus Oklahoma. Of course, UConn is not the same UConn as before, but I'll take them in this game just based off of pedigree alone. Memphis is a 5 seed versus a 12 seed in Colorado State. Colorado State is maybe the best 12 seed I've ever seen. They dominated the Mountain West tournament. They've been playing great basketball. They weren't good to start the year, but have been phenomenal lately. Memphis should have been an 8, and they were a 5. I don't understand them being a 5. They have a decent record against good teams, but have been very up and down, very inconsistent. Also have an injury. I forget the guy's name, but also have an injury to worry about there. Colorado State easily over Memphis. I don't know how many points Memphis is going to get here on BetUS, but I definitely take Colorado State, assuming they are going to be the underdog on the spread line. Then we got Maryland, Grand Canyon. I'm going to take Maryland. We got Drake, Missouri. I really like both these teams. Drake is going to be a fan favorite. You got Bennett Sturts. For now, I'm going to go Missouri. I tried every year. I feel like I pick 3 11 seeds this year. Maybe I should just keep it to 2. We got Texas Tech, UNC, Wilmington. I don't like Texas Tech. I just don't like Texas Tech. Well, UNC Wilmington has been here before. I'll roll with the 14/3. I always like to pick a 14 seed each year. I don't like Troy. I don't like Montana. Lipscomb over Iowa State, maybe, depending on Iowa State's health. But if Iowa State's healthy, I think they win. So I think this might be your best bet for a 14/3, UNC Wilmington over Texas Tech. We got Kansas. We got Arkansas. You got Bill Self versus Calipari. I'm just going to take Kansas in this one. Then we got St. John's. And now we can move up here. Auburn, Louisville. So before this bracket got revealed, I just have a gut feeling that Auburn is trending downward, and Auburn is a team, one of those teams that could be a really good 1 seed that everybody expects to go far and loses in the second round. I kind of had that feeling before this bracket was revealed. And then they got Louisville as their 8 seed. And Creighton as their 9 seed too is dangerous. Dangerous. I gotta go Louisville. In this one. I really like Louisville. I really think they're underseeded. I think Auburn's not playing too well right now. I'm going to take Louisville in an upset there. Then we got UC San Diego versus Yale. I'm going to take UC San Diego. We got a fun 8-12 there. We got Iowa State, Ole Miss. I'm going to take Iowa State. And then we got Michigan State over Marquette. Top right here, we're going with Duke over Baylor. Oregon or Arizona? I'm going to take Arizona. That might change in my final bracket. We got VCU, Wisconsin. Oh, I never picked this game. St. Mary's or Vanderbilt? I have all 7 seeds, so I'll pick the 10 seed. I'll pick Vanderbilt. All right. VCU, Wisconsin. I'm going to take Wisconsin here. And we got Vanderbilt, Alabama. I'm going to take Alabama. So kind of a chalky region there. Houston versus Georgia. We're going Houston. We're going Clemson there. I actually like Texas enough to put them in the Sweet 16. Trey Johnson, they were pretty competitive in the SEC tournament. I feel like they're primed to go on a run. Then I got Tennessee. And then over here, we're going to take Florida. We're going to take Colorado State beating Maryland. So we got 2 12 seeds in the Sweet 16. We're going to take Missouri here. And then ultimately, I don't want to put all 2 seeds in the Sweet 16. So I'll find which upset I like. I mean, Kansas over St. John's could be a really interesting one. We're going to go St. John's for now. We're going to go St. John's. This is probably going to be a little bit more chalky than my normal brackets. All right. We got Louisville up here. We're going to go Louisville, Michigan State. We're going to go Duke. We're going to go Wisconsin. We're going to go Houston, Tennessee, Florida. Let's toss a 6 seed in here. Let's go with Missouri. So we're heavy on the SEC. We got Tennessee, Missouri, Florida in the Elite Eight, along with, it's only 3 schools. Up here, we're going to go Michigan State. We're going to go Duke. We're going to go Tennessee, and we're going to go Florida. So we got 2 1s, 2 2s. I'm not a big fan of Tennessee at all. I hate this bottom right region. I'll just be honest. I really don't like it. I might go Houston. Here's the problem with trying to be bold is I don't like putting 3 1 seeds in my Final Four. I don't like doing it. And a 2 seed. But the 4s and 5s, normally I try and put one of them in the Final Four. The 4s and 5s, I do not like. The 3s, I do not like. And I love a lot of these 12s, 13 seeds. So I think you might see a tournament like this where you get some early round upsets, but then it just leads to kind of a chalky Final Four. I'm going to go Florida over Michigan State, and I'm going to go Duke over Houston. I'm pretty confident this will be my championship game at the end of the day. Of course, Cooper Flagg's health is a concern for Duke right now, but my champion, and I decided this team was going to be my champion in my bracket like 2 months ago. 3 months ago, like a long time ago. Back when it looked like they might be a 3 seed, maybe a 2 seed. And ever since I was like, you know what, I really like this team. This might be my team to pick in the bracket. Ever since then, they've looked like the best team in the country. That's Florida. I'm a Florida Gator believer this year. Absolutely believing in them. Yeah, man, I just do not like this crop of 4s this year. I'm going to do a little bit more research, like maybe you can talk me into Arizona over Duke and then like a Wisconsin there and something like that. But right now, I just don't have confidence in the 3s, 4s, and 5s. So I'll do a little bit more research. I'll have another bracket video on Wednesday going over my final bracket. But yeah, this is what I got right now. We got Florida and Duke. Florida winning it all. That is my first iteration of my March Madness bracket. Once again, if you want to get in on any spread lines, any action for these games, check out BetUS. And appreciate you watching this bracket video. Remember that promo code right there in the bottom right, YouTube 150 on BetUS. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I end up going with, man. This might be one of the hardest years to fill out brackets, but also one of the funnest March Madnesses because you got a ton of really good sleepers and Cinderellas, maybe the best crop ever. So we always love that. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'll catch you next time. Until then, as always, peace out. Go Blazers.